Hi, my name is Whitney Merrill. I met Eric Shapira about a year ago when I was doing articles for a local magazine. And I currently work in software sales in Silicon Valley. And then I also do life coaching for people, everything from life to career to transitions in their lives. And I was particularly compelled and interested in Eric's book because this was the first book that I read where it allowed you to look at it from a broader perspective, but with an emotional entry point, versus just, I need to exercise more, or I need to look at my will, or I need to look at my financial plan, or something like that. What Eric does is he takes this concept of I have an end of life transition, and he helps you to put a plan together, so therefore you can have action, communication, and even a vision for where you're going. So this is something that I have a great deal of experience working with my own clients, and I found that in talking with Eric about it, he was able to take it to another level. For those of us that have parents that are older or end of life partners or people in our lives, having that emotional conversation and having that engagement is the challenge. And he allows you to approach that from a grounded, structured perspective. And so Eric's has a concept called a strategic life plan, which allows you to go through a step-by-step process of looking at all these things, the vision, the values, the perspective, and engage, wherever you are in this dialogue. His book is written in a way that you could read it from two perspectives. You could be the person who is seeking to optimize your end-of-life transition, or just understand how to practice healthy aging, or you could be someone who has somebody else, like your parents or somebody else who's engaging and going through this process. So it allows you to come from both perspectives, and if necessary, engage Eric in his own practice as well, and he does direct counseling for others. Different generations have a different perspective and outlook on the roles and responsibilities for parents and children, for mother and father, for a husband and wife, male and female. I would say that many people that are of an older generation tend to be very very careful about what they share financially. Maybe they weren't used to having an online bank account or things like that. And again, Eric's process allows you to both get understanding from both perspectives, create a dialogue, and then work through a step-by-step process. If you reach a step in the process where you find you're unable to reach a compromise or you're hitting a stumbling block from either perspective, Eric provides avenues for you to go and seek counseling or different mediation at different steps, and he provides specific references and a lot of background on how to do that at each phase. So it's a very action-based approach to a big concept, but it's approaching it from an emotional perspective, even if both parties aren't really used to sharing their emotions very much. A lot of people will often call his mentor services hotline with that first call, and they either don't know where to start or they're starting with a crisis or an emergency. I would recommend reading the book, if at all possible, prior to making a first call to Eric, or at least the introduction to the book. And the reason for that is because there are so many different pieces that come into the practice of gerontology and healthy aging. And if you're picking multiple segments, you're unlikely to really begin the process. Finding where the point in the process that you want to start, the book is going to help you do that, and it's very easy to do that. Whether you're coming at it from a financial or a health or a moving and transition space or at just a emotional relationship space, the book goes through each of those and gives you some great case studies and examples of how people have started that process, where it took them, so you have some realistic expectations on when you make a call.